This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from South Philly, close to 70,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles. It's Jake Elliott, ready to get this one kicked off. And off we go from the link. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. And he is hit behind the line of scrimmage. The defense with a statement on the game's first play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it is 3rd down.
What a start here defensively. The offense comes out trying to establish a little ground game, and this defense looks like they knew what those first 2 calls were going to be all along. Taking them back for a loss and sets up a 3rd and long.
The last 2 runs each lost a yard. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 12. From the gun, it's Ritter. Now he'll air this one out deep for Hyatt.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down. Like living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
So on 4th down, here's Corey Bojorquez to kick it away. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. First carry for Saquon Barkley. Finding space inside the 40. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. To throw is Hurts. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Man in motion is Brown. Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
Not exactly the type of drive to write home about, Mike. 3 passes, 3 incompletions, no yards gained. And I really can't blame any of these fans who have continued to voice their frustration, especially after that last series of play calls.
Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. This drive will start on the ground. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll stick with him again. And that's going to be a Chiefs 1st down as he gets this up to the 42.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the 1st down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And he'll take this to about the 46-yard line. Quinyon Mitchell up to make the stop. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now a give on the ground. And he's going to bring this one close to a 1st down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
They go play action with Ritter. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
This one complete right side. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
This one not going to get there. From distance, it is no good. And this will remain a scoreless ball game. First and 10. A pistol snap back to Hurts. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one.
He tried to remain a passer on the move about as long as he could. I thought for a minute there, Mike, that he was going to take off and try to pick up some yards with his legs, but instead he decides to just check down for a short pass and doesn't result in a whole lot.
Hurts will work here from the pistol. This one is caught by Dotson. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. That pickup, good for 29 yards. So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run it here with Saquon. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. Second and a yard. Man in motion is Brown. Once again, it's Barkley. And the Eagles are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Here's Barkley. And he'll go down. Back at the 4. From a little further back, here's second and goal. Hurts to throw. And he's forced to just get rid of it here. Now they're going to have to regroup and try again on third and goal.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's for.
On fourth down, it's Jake Elliott time for the Eagles. This, about as short as you can get. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles will take a 3-0 lead.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Ritter. Open man downfield, it's Kelsey. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
On 1st and 10, it's Ritter. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
On 2nd down, Ritter. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
Just seems like the quarterback and the wide receiver just aren't quite on the same page. That's a throw we've seen them make time and time again throughout the year, and on this one, just a little bit off.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. Ritter. To the end zone, it's intercepted.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he'll get 4 here, up to the 24-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, here's Hurt. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
3rd and long for Hurts. He's going to air this one out. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
What can I say, Mike? Good things happen when you get the ball to your tight end, but in all seriousness, think about what this guy has to handle in the passing game. Not only to be the possession guy, convert first downs underneath, but then have the ability to be the matchup to get downfield and be vertical in the passing game. There's not a lot of tight ends around the league that can do both, and when you have them, I don't blame the quarterback for looking his way.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. The open receiver is Dotson. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in to Touchdown, Eagles. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Eagles are out to a 10-0 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They're going to get this outside. This could be a double pass. The throw is going to be caught. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 80 yards. Touchdown, Kansas City. Butker's extra point is good. And the Chiefs are on the board. It's 10-7. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. And tough running there. He's up to the 32. Nolan Smith makes the tackle. Second down and 8. Dotson, the man in motion. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Open man, right side. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Two minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. Now Barkley. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Man in motion is Brown. A second down throw for Hurts. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
It's just so impressive to see how good these guys are, especially the veterans, Mike. They've been out there a long time, a lot of experience. They know exactly where they are on the sideline, not only to secure this catch, but to be able to toe tap and drag that second foot. That's a big-time play by a big-time receiver. So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine There's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the first half. That one picks up a first down. He'll try and run right on the option. And he'll plunge forward to the 2. Setting up second and goal. The ball a little closer now. It is second and goal. Looks like a design run. Hurts has it. And he will do it himself. He's in. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. The dual threat of the quarterback. When you have one that can run, why not use him, especially down here, Greg? And they punch it in for the touchdown.
There's nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than down here near the goal line when he can call his own number. In this case, that's exactly what he does, and he's able to take it in himself.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. To throw is Ritter. Thrown left side. The catch is made. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. Out of the gun, it's Ritter. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times it looks like they've never practiced at all.
Throwing is Ritter. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for fourth down. Open man, left side. He's got it. A gutsy call, but they pay it off. It's a gain of 17.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on fourth down, had they not gotten it, that's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points?
They'll throw on first down with Ritter. Taking off. Oh, the ball is out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a first down. That's a gain of 14 and a first down. Set to go now on first and 10. Here's Ritter. Short pass taken in by Kelsey. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. Plenty of room after that catch. Big gainer of 23.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. Metcalf reels it in on the right side.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
On second down, it's Ritter. That's to the sideline and intercepted.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in South Philly, and the Eagles are on top. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. The third quarter begins with a run. And a strong first down run. A pickup of 9. Setting up second and short. On play action, Hurts. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, It winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
3rd and a yard. And they'll throw here with Hurts. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Chiefs. Butker now for the point after. He gets it to go. And the Chiefs are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Fake the give. Now it's Hurts. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Well, any fear they might have had that they'd come out of the halftime break flat has completely gone out the window. They're not content, Mike, here just having the lead. They're looking to extend it. A couple more plays like that, we're going to find themselves in scoring territory here very quickly.
On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. Working his way for a short pickup to the 48. On 2nd down, Hurts. Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
A loss of 16 yards on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
That first down, fellas. Push down the field, offense. Defense can't stop you.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Taken in by Dotson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chop play.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's 1st and goal. Hurts going to hold on to this one. Down to the 4. It'll be 2nd and goal.
I don't mind the call. Down here this close to the goal line, you're trying to account for the extra defenders. In this case, you're trying to read them, but give credit to the defense. They had the running back accounted for and the quarterback.
Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Man in motion is Smith. To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. That is caught.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1 yard. One more yard. Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
The ball. 3rd and goal. Oh, a bad time to run out of time. They don't get the playoff on 3rd and short. From back at the 5. Here now 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And he'll get this inside the 5, but no further. Great job by the defense. It sets up 4th down.
Great coverage here defensively. Not only the ability to take away all the end zone targets from the quarterback and force him to check the ball down to the back on the swing, but then also the pursuit to the ball carrier to keep him short of the end zone.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Eagles will extend their lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And they're going to mark them down right at the 30-yard line.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, it's Ritter. This one complete to Oliver. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That'll be a gain of 20, much of it coming after the catch as they pick up the 1st down. From the gun, it's Ritter. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
A short one caught by Kelsey. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
Now Ritter on 1st down. That is caught at the 3. Out of bounds, but in business. They mark him down near the 2. They get 24 on that one, and just like that, it's first and goal. He slams it in there, and he is in. Touchdown, KC. 2 touchdowns for him in the game, and 16 on the year. The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs have taken the lead by a point here in the third. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Play action. Here's Hurts. The throw on the run is complete. And it will bring him down on the other side of midfield. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A pistol snap back to Hurts. To the left side and taken in by Smith. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9, just a yard short of that first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. First down. Running from the pistol with Barkley. The speed on display. He's in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
This is on. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead. So a big change here. They go from down 1, score the touchdown, add the 2. Now they lead by 7 as they kick it off. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. First and 10. Receiver in motion, headed left. Now a throw here. It's backwards. He might be looking to throw this. Try again. It's second and 10. Ritter. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And this will be incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. Third down coming up.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
From the gun on third down, here's Ritter. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. They'll try to throw for it with Ritter. He's going to let this one go deep. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Hurts looking to throw on first down. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. Here's second and 2. Off the play fake. Hurts. He'll let this go towards the end zone.
I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with a deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle and try again.
They'll try to run here with Barkley. And he's going to have an Eagles first down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on third and a yard.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
And Nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
On second down, a run. Well, how about a reverse instead? And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurt. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. The defense uses its second timeout here. And don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well. So now, Jake Elliott, an important kick coming up. This to make it a 2-possession lead. This one has plenty of leg. And it is good. Could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Recovering by the receiving team.
They'll come up for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Ritter. He's going to tuck it and go. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll come up now for second down. They'll drop to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
One timeout at their disposal, but the more pressing need, they have to score twice. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ritter. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back.
Perfectly timed blitz, and he just gets to the quarterback a fraction of a second too late. The ball comes out of his hand kind of funny as a result of the hit, and I'm not even exactly sure if the guy who caught it was his intended target.
Now, Ritter to throw on second down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a third down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Now, he'll air one out. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Open man, left side. He's got it. Give them 19 yards as they get the fourth down conversion.
And these are the moments in the game, Mike, where you need your best players to come through and make their presence felt. And that's exactly what he does there. Picks up a nice reception, good chunk of yards, and they keep their hopes alive.
This is 1st and 10. To throw is Ritter. And this ball's going to be incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Here's Ritter. Again, working deep downfield. And he will get into the end zone. Travis Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. And Butker on for the extra point. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the fourth quarter. With 1 timeout remaining, all they can really do here is try to recover an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens. But we can see here, an onside kick, not much of a chance.
Hurts down to a knee, and that will wrap this one up. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Eagles are winners, as we say, so long from South Philly.